Vice-chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you all. This is a special moment in our academic calendar, one solemn and joyous, being staged by Nottingham Trent University to celebrate student achievement. This afternoon, we will present degree and diploma certificates to former students from the School of Art and Design.
Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Multimedia. Nicola Bolton, Ling Chen, Matthew Chools, Emily Dean. Josh Dorrell, Todd Gledhill, Alex Luong, Thomas Olivier. Michael Russell, Ben Williams, Chris Bilowitz, Rebecca Crossdale. Amit Dano, James Faulkner, Darren Gladwin, Hugo Horvath. Lauren Hoard, Christopher Lineker, Eva McCallum, David Merson. Mira Modi, Emma Musa, Christopher Old, Rebecca Oleksky. Barry Pulver, Christopher Robinson, Usman Sabir, Lee Sherival. David Sexton, Ray Shum, David Smith, Michael Spicer. Mike Stokes, Konstantinos Syrinis, Janet Wynne, James Woolley. Simone Woon, Rahul Agrawal, Catherine Bryce. Chun Chung, Shailesh Gambhir, Georgia Mesham, Reshma Panchal, Elliot Bridgewater. Jack Brown, Robert Hamilton. Miles Kingston, Kojo Pokukangham. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Multimedia. Henry Cole, Joseph Lilly, Austin Shand, Daniel Young. James Bates, Christopher Hansen, Stephen Ibbotson, Ho Soo Kim. Svetozar Lebedzev. Alistair McAhoney, Michael McLeody, Keval Parek. James Aston, Ryan Gell, Jyoti Kukadia. Tu Long, Oliver Nodwell, Russell Tannum. Our final undergraduate award this afternoon is to a former student in decorative arts. whose commitment to the Harbin International Ice and Snow Sculpture Competition in China has helped support and develop the internationalism of this university in the highest possible way. A member of Nottingham Trent University's first ever team in 2007, she returned to China to learn Mandarin that summer as a Vice-chancellor's China scholar. With her commitment and dedication to the project, she was the natural choice to lead the 2008 Nottingham Trent University team. Her grace, tact and diplomacy in persisting with a unique design, atypical of the perceived traditions of the host country, a section of English hedgerow, complete with plants and insects, together with her hard work and excellent leadership, gained the team joint second place alongside the Russian entry. The Vice-Chancellor's Award for the School of Art and Design is presented to Elaine Bunfield. That completes the presentation of awards from the School of Art and Design.
Vice-Chancellor, I invite you to confer the awards on those candidates who have not been presented in person, but whose names appear in the programme and who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduands and diplomates are worthy to receive those awards, and I stand as proxy for them. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. I'm delighted now to invite Professor Lewis to give the oration for Lee Edelcourt and to present her to the Vice-Chancellor to receive her honorary degree.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to deliver this oration on this occasion of the award to Lee Edelcourt. Lee Edelcourt is one of the world's most renowned trend forecasters. Her work has pioneered trend forecasting as a profession, from innovative trends forums for Premier Vision in the late 1980s to long-range lifestyle analysis for the world's leading brands in the 1990s to the present day. She was born in Holland and studied fashion and design at the School of Fine Arts in Arnhem, and upon graduation became a trend forecaster at a leading Dutch department store. There she discovered her talent for sensing upcoming trends and a unique ability to predict what customers would want to buy several seasons ahead of time took her to Paris in 1975, where she worked full-time as an independent trend consultant. Lee announces the concepts, colours and materials which will be in fashion 2 or more years in advance, because as she states, there is no creation without advanced knowledge, and without design, a product cannot exist. She has received continual recognition for her work in providing stimulus and fostering creative talent. In 2003, Time magazine named her as one of the world's 25 most influential people in fashion, while she received the Netherlands Grand Seigneur Prize 1 year later for her work in fashion and textiles. 2004 marked the launch of New York Times lifestyle magazine, T, to which Lee contributes regular articles. In 2005, Aid to Artisans honoured her with a Lifetime Achievement Award for her support of craft and design. In March 2007, she was named as the Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres by the French Ministry of Culture and Communication. 2008 saw the launch of an international touring exhibit honouring her forecasting as a landmark and medium of social commentary. She also finds time to lecture internationally on colour, textiles, fashion and interior trends. Since 1992, her magazines View on Colour, In View and Bloom have redefined the publishing medium and produced images that have become ideograms of our time. These publications have formed influential starting points for design research in the broadest sense and have become an integral part of the design process. In '93, with a group of stylist friends, Lee created Heartware, a not-for-profit association that helps to sustain handicraft knowledge and so collaborates with artisans to tailor their products for export, without compromising the skill, knowledge, culture and environment of the region involved. In '99, she was elected chairwoman of the Design Academy Eindhoven, the Netherlands. Spending a week of every month at the Academy, she has been instrumental in recreating and redeveloping the curriculum there. Today, the school is acclaimed as one of the world's leading design institutions. Vice-chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Lee Endlecourt, being a person distinguished in eminence and by attainments for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Design, honoris causa, in recognition of her contribution to her industry and for being an inspiration to young designers who are the key to the continued success of that industry.
Indeed, this is a very great honor from this great university to finally reach a form of degree. It's taken me my life, so my life has been my academy, and I would like this time really to address the students, and maybe through addressing the students I'm also addressing the university. First of all, when I arrived here I was a little bit disappointed because I expected your river to be written T-R-E-N-D. And so, to have a Trent University. Maybe it's an idea to think about for the future, since this region is the region of lace, of textile, of knit, and this university has been so very prolific in spilling out talent in the world of fashion and textiles. I could witness some of this yesterday in the MA exhibit, and unfortunately I haven't seen your work, but I have seen you. And so I must say that this must be the best catwalk year for shoes you ever had. Remarkable how shoes make us able to read people. The theater people would have either comfortable shoes or very theatrical shoes. All the communicators would go for, I would say, more sports-driven vehicles, so they were rapid and interactive. Then, of course, the fashion people had amazing shoes, polka dots and all sorts of heels and soles and colors and patent letters. And then, of course, the fine art students don't really think anything is in their feet. It's more between their ears and in their hands, possibly. So maybe the fine art students should think about their feet, because I think feet could be a very interesting domain to study. I would like to congratulate you all, not only because you graduated today, but you graduated at the right moment. During the troubled period of the beginning of this century, you were in this university learning, being taught, being nursed, being nurtured with ideas, fostered to be where you are today. This period was a very difficult period for the world at large, for economy, for trade, for development, but also for creativity. Because after 9/11, we had to sort of take a pause and rethink what really all these creative fields mean. In the meantime, I think the world has been able to reassess itself. We have now understood where we want to go. And indeed, this century is going to be the creative century of all. I happen to believe and to know, and I have a lot of data on this, that this will be the century in which design and art will be the most important factors of growth, economy, and worldview. Small countries in Europe already understand that the creative industries are the industries of the future, and they are pouring money into these industries. I believe that creativity is a healing factor, is a factor which can make a better world, and especially makes a better world to enjoy. However, it will ask from us creators enormous compassion, enormous attention, and much better work than you ever dreamed you would have to do. Because I think the future is in our hands, is in creative hands, and not in business hands. Business will depend on creativity. We have a load on our shoulders indeed. Therefore, I would like to give you some personal advice of how I have been managing my career and how, for me, creativity works. First of all, I think you have to be 100% generous. Generosity is a very important key, and the more generous you are, the more you give, the more you will get back. I'm the living proof of this. Secondly, I think you have to rely on your instinct much more and on your own creativity and not ever give a damn anymore about what other people say. So you have to become much more mind-strong, much more opinionated, much less reliant on your parents and friends, much more uniquely individual. This is a must, because we live in a soft society and you have to gear up to the task ahead of you. I believe that your vision of the world will shape this world, and this is no longer a world just Paris, London, Milan. It is the world of Dubai, Shanghai, Mumbai. This is a world which is a wide world in which we all are actors, and we all will interact. So although I saw a lot of English students, I believe that you have to be mobile and be able to work all over the planet, because the planet is yours. I would like to give you all my faith, and I would tell you to just sort of give it all your strength and take it super seriously, because this is your century. Thank you.
As many of you know, this may be Professor Lewis's final degree ceremony. Following his retirement from his role as Pro-Vice-chancellor and head of the college, by the time of the November ceremony, Professor Lewis may well be undertaking a visiting professorship at a university in the Far East. Accordingly, it is my pleasure to invite Simon Lewis to address the convocation.
Graduates of the Nottingham School of Art and Design, it is an honour to be given the opportunity to address you on what is probably the last graduation I will attend in my capacity as your head of college. Today is the culmination of my long career in education, which started with my graduation as an art student over 30 years ago. Yes, and it's hard to believe, but I was an art student too once. Yes, I know it is hard. But today celebrates your years of study, and you have already come a long way, and I know that you'll come much, much further in your careers. You're all now part of a very proud tradition. Our university's origins date back to 1843, with the founding of the Nottingham School of Design, which you are a part of. So many generations precede you, and from our inception, our mission has been to develop those skills that would strengthen our country's industrial and cultural base. Throughout our long history, we have remained true to a mission focused on the needs and ambitions of all our students. Nottingham Trent University is now one of the top 3 universities in England and Wales for graduate employability, and for art and design students, it is the leader. Over 90% of the graduates with first degrees from full-time study are employed or engaged in further study within 6 months of graduation. This success is a great tribute to the quality of all you graduates. You are now part of an international alumni network which represents over 90 countries with over 80,000 alumni across the world. So you're part of a worldwide community. Those graduates include Turner Prize winner Simon Starling, internationally acclaimed artists Paul Noble and Sue Webster, fashion designers Piers Fionda, the technologist Peter Cochrane, Chris Townsend, commercial director for the 2012 London Olympics, Paul Lester, chief executive of the Vosper Thornycroft Group, and of course Steve Dixon, Sky News presenter, and of course Simon Taylor of the Claxons, to name but a few. Whatever direction you now take, your life and career will be shaped within a global context, more than any previous generation. You are part of a global community, and the extent to which you will address the massive global problems you have inherited will depend on your ability to pool your creativity and imagination across the national boundaries of race, religion, and social class. To make connections with differing cultures is an NTU characteristic, and one that will be invaluable to all of you in the future. This university now has an enviable reputation as a leading new university, with top rankings for teaching in art and design, property, civil engineering, construction, as well as leading research in science and technology. We have gained £12 million for cancer research in less than 12 months from the John and Lucille Van Geest Foundation, a foundation that funds research in only 2 UK universities, neuroscience at Cambridge and now cancer research here at Nottingham Trent. Over the last year, we have seen the largest growth in applications to our undergraduate programmes of any UK university, while we now have one of the largest postgraduate portfolios in the UK. The broadcaster, Sir Michael Parkinson, is very excited about the work that's taking place here and has thus agreed to become our very first Chancellor. Sir Michael will help strengthen our links and partnerships beyond academia, particularly within the mass media, journalism, broadcasting and the arts, and is already bringing forward new and exciting opportunities to our students. Ultimately, a university is at centre a community, and the quality of our staff, academic and the professional support, coupled with our students' ambitions, is what drives its success. A sense of community has also been a fundamental driver for the improvement and modernisation of our estate, which has been gathering pace during your time with us. We're making a multi-million-pound investment in our estate and infrastructure, and that process has so far resulted in a new building at Clifton for computing and informatics, the rebuild of the Bonington building alongside the earlier refurbishment of the Waverley building for art and design, new student accommodation on both City and Brackenhurst campuses, the Centre for Effective Learning in Science, the National Science Research Centre, and the Veterinary Nursing and Animal Care Centre at Brackenhurst. We are now working on the biggest project of them all, to transform and bring together the Arkwright and Newton buildings here on the City site, which will give the university a new heart and a learning and teaching environment second to none. This immense project will be opening in 2009, so come back and see it and be part of the future of your university. Because, above all else, this is your university, a university to be proud of and a university which will always be proud of you. So join the Alumni Association and keep in touch, please. The friends and networks you have made here will stay with you for life and can be a great support in your future careers. You've achieved great success in your studies here at Nottingham, and some of you already are prize winners in a host of national and international competitions. But this is only the beginning of what you can achieve through a lifetime of living and learning. So whatever you go on to do, and whatever you do in future, please keep in touch. Let us know how you're getting on. Come back and share your experience, knowledge and expertise with us. I would also like to thank all the staff of the school on your behalf who have worked with you to help you achieve the success we celebrate today. And also the registry team who have made this year's graduation ceremony such a special event for us all. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank your families for all the help and patience I know they will have given you throughout all your time with us. Finally, the mission of our university is to deliver education and research that shapes lives and societies. I hope we have helped you to shape your life, and that in turn you will go now out and shape the societies, both here and across the world, that our student community represents. Your time with us as students is ended, but this is only the end of the beginning. And I wish you all every success and happiness in whatever life and career you now choose to follow. For my part, my career in education here at Nottingham Trent is coming to an end, and I will now return to my studio, the place I left 30 years ago to go into education, but return full-time to continue my work as an artist. Thank you very much.
Leona Towsey, who earlier received a Bachelor of Arts Honours degree in Textile Design, will now propose a vote of thanks.
Vice-chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. At the beginning of my degree, I would never have imagined I'd have the privilege of addressing you all today, but it's a real honour on behalf of the graduates here to thank those who have contributed to this event. Firstly, I'd like to thank Professor Simon Lewis, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, for his address today. The Honorary Graduate Lee Adelcourt for her address, whose achievements and successes are an inspiration to all of us graduating as we set out on the next stage of our chosen career. May I also thank the Dean of School, Professor Anne Priest, for presenting graduates and diplomas, and the Head of College, again, Simon Lewis, for conferring the awards. Can I express our appreciation to all the teaching staff for their guidance and tutorial support, and other university staff for their contribution to the success of the graduates during their time here. And a special thank you to the Registry Ceremonial team for such a well-organised event today. I'd like to acknowledge our distinguished guests, parents and family members and loved ones, and of course my fellow graduates. This ceremony symbolises the culmination of hard work and the achievement of our goal to graduate. That 3 years have passed barely seems possible, and it's strange to think that this is what the end of our degree feels like. When asked to give this speech, I began to think of stories that would describe our time as students here at Nottingham Trent. And I could speak of many ups and downs and great experiences I've had while studying here. However, I don't presume they would be the same for all graduates, so to represent us all is quite a difficult task. Despite the differences we have in our backgrounds and experiences, what struck me are the connections we share in graduating here today. Our journey at Trent all began as a result of someone seeing our potential and giving us the opportunity to study and explore our creativity with amazing facilities at our disposal. I hope that all my fellow graduates think as fondly as I do of their years here at Trent. It's been a wonderful time within which we've gained new friends and had the chance to create to our heart's content, be inspired by some amazing guest speakers, and work with people along the way who we'll appreciate for years after we've left. It's not all been easy, especially during the last term with extra stresses and whatnot, but with the companionship of each other, the comfort and advice of our tutors, and of course the support of our families, we've reached the end. Fellow graduates, I'd like us to take the chance to thank our parents and loved ones for all their support during our degree. If they're anything like my mum and dad, I'm sure you'll all be just as grateful for all the loans, love and help and further loans that they've given me. So thank you. I'd like to take the opportunity to wish all my fellow art and design graduates the greatest amount of success in whatever it is you're moving on to next. As we leave here today, I hope we all celebrate what we have accomplished and feel proud to be graduates of Nottingham Trent University. I hope you all have great memories of our time here, but are full of excitement from what we may encounter in our futures. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Leona, and congratulations to all of you receiving awards today. We have greatly enjoyed sharing in your success. As Professor Lewis said, we do hope that today's graduates and diplomates will remain in contact with the university through the Alumni Office. May I thank you all for taking part in this special occasion and wish you a safe journey home. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded.